Welcome to another video. Today we are making some venison sausages, but these ones are very basic. My daughters do not like spices whatsoever, so I'm literally just using meat and salt inside of this one. Very simple recipe that anyone could do, and I filmed it all on my Insta360 camera, so the camera literally sat on my chest the whole time, hence some of the funny angles where you're seeing my face and seeing the meat below as well with that 360 view. It's pretty cool, pretty unique. And anyway, here it is. The recipe is very straightforward, and I hope you guys enjoy this one for yourselves. So in today's recipe, I had about 8 kilos of beef fat / beef trim to cut in, and then I also used about 12 kilos of venison meat. The cuts I'm mainly using from the venison for this recipe is going to be things like your front shoulder. Sometimes I'll even chop up big cuts like your silverside if I'm not going to use them for steaks or other options. And then even little cuts like your tri-tip, your eye of the silverside, things like that I just don't necessarily use for steaks or roast, but they're perfect for a mince recipe like sausages. Once I've minced both the beef fat and the venison up together, what I'm going to do is chuck a heap of salt in there. You need more salt than you actually think, so make sure that you over sprinkle on this part here. Because I don't have a mixing drum, I am forced to use my hands, which means I'm having to fold this salt in through the meat to try get it consistently throughout the whole mixture. After I've mixed in the salt, now it's time to put it back through the mincer on a finer grind to make sure that we're getting a good consistency inside of the sausages. There's not just thick, clumpy chunks coming out in your sausage. There's nothing worse than having sausage with gristly bits in the middle of it, and that's why I take this extra step here. Next up, we're onto casings, and for my casings, I use a pork intestine. These come in a bag, they're pre-salted, they're ready to go. All I need to do is take them out of the salt, mix them in some water, and then I can put them onto my sausage filler. Now my sausage drum filler is 5 kilos. I roughly get 1 casing to 1 full drum. So I repeat this process over and over and over again until I've used up all of the mince. Next up, we have the linking of the sausages. Now, because I've done this manually with the sausage filler, what I find is that I have to pretty much push the mince along and make sure that it's not too tight or overfilled in any one spot. Once you've got that good consistency throughout your whole sausage link, or the whole sausage, then we can start to link it. And this process is pretty straightforward. once I've linked all the sausages, I break them down into the serving sizes that we usually use for our dinner portions. That's going to be about 8 sausages. So I cut them off, I chuck them in the bag, and then I back seal them. Obviously, this whole process becomes a lot easier if you're using your electrical appliances like the electric sausage filler and things like that. I don't have access to them, so the manual labor is what gets me across the line. Anyway, these sausages are absolutely incredible. We really enjoyed them, and I hope you guys can go and make some incredibly great, nutritious, and amazing sausages just like these. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Woo!